Ever wondered what it'd be like to fall in love with a guy who's literally trapped inside a sword? No. Well, stick around, because that's exactly what Kingfisher's Swordheart serves up, mixing fantasy, romance, and a whole lot of quirky humor in a way that's a bit different from your usual epic. Here's the gist without spoilers. Swordheart is a fantasy romance about Hala, a 30-something widow and housekeeper who suddenly inherits her great-uncle's estate, along with some desperate relatives trying to force her into an unwanted marriage. When she tries to take her own life by running herself through an ancient sword, she accidentally frees Sarkis, an immortal, somewhat snarky swordsman trapped inside that very blade. Bound to protect her, Sarkis joins Hala on a slow-paced, adventure-filled road trip as they deal with bandits, cultists, and family drama. The tone is cozy, often funny and low stakes, with a tender, if sometimes awkward, romance growing between a gruff warrior and an endearing, chatty woman. What really makes Swordheart stand out is Kingfisher's signature mix of whimsy and dry wit. Hala's character is a breath of fresh air, older, stout, practical, and refreshingly open about not wanting kids, which is rare and important representation in this genre. Her survival tactic, basically wearing down opponents with non-stop, silly chatter, kind of like a boisterous Mindy Lahiri meets Liz Lemon. Sarkis' deadpan humor and confusion about modern life add a charming contrast. Reader reactions are mixed. Many praise the humor, quirky characters, and comfort food vibe. Fans appreciate cleverness over brute force and honest discussions of consent and power dynamics in the romance. On the flip side, some found the pacing slow and the plot lightweight. The romance felt cliched to some, and the ending dragged with moments out of character, which lessened momentum for a few readers. From my perspective, Swordheart feels like a cozy, chatty journey with a lovable, imperfect heroine and a uniquely snarky sword guy. If you enjoy witty banter, subtle romance, and quirky fantasy worlds with diverse characters, this might be a delightful read. If you crave action-packed adventure or deep world building, this might test your patience. For slower, character-driven stories with low-key comedy, Swordheart could be a perfect, cozy pick. All in all, Swordheart is like grabbing a warm blanket on a rainy day and settling in for a road trip with oddball friends who make you laugh more than you expected. It isn't perfect, but there's a genuine heart under all the sword-wielding and witty chatter. If that sounds like your kind of story, definitely check it out. And hey, if you've read it already, let me know what you thought.